somebody opened these 2 pizza boxes, so now I gotta go back and get pizza and find boxes that haven't been opened by somebody. Hey everybody, it is Monday, July 8th, and it's 7:21 a.m. The temperature is currently 98 degrees, and we are on our way to Starbucks. We're going to be getting a grand total of $6.50 for 4.1 miles. Let's get on over to Starbucks. Oh gosh, I think I started my day at about 6 a.m. And when I woke up, I was shocked to see that my video from yesterday had almost 100 views already. And I was like, well, why does this video have 100 views? It just got released. And it turned out that the video was released at midnight. And so I didn't mean to do that. It was supposed to not come out until the normal time, 6 a.m. Pacific time. But for whatever reason, I must have hit the wrong button. But it came out earlier. So people were asking me, oh, is this going to be a 2 videos in one day? I'm like, no, it's just one video. I just messed up. I made a whoopsie, so that's just the way it goes. But that's fine. Tomorrow's video, or this video, will premiere. Hopefully, I'll do it right, and it will premiere at the right time. So yeah. And then it was so slow this morning that I decided to just get on the treadmill and do a little bit of walking, and just because there's nothing else to do. Nothing was coming in good. There was just like maybe one offer that came in from Uber Eats, and it was like for what was it for? It was for shopping for one item, but I had to go to the M Resort to drop it off, and that just sent up a red flag that something was not right about doing that order. Because who's ordering? It was like $16. I'm like, what's the catch? Is this some drunk person at the M Resort that just needs something really weird, and they're not even going to show up at the main entrance to get it? All right, let's go inside. Another day, another dollar. The gang's all here again, I see. I'm going to just pick this up here and head on back out. It's hot today. Can't believe it gets this hot so early in the morning. So crazy. Yeah, at least I'm getting a little bit of exercise and stretching the legs, so. And making a little bit of money doesn't hurt either. Made it. Secure the bag so it doesn't tip over. All right, let's go. All right, we're on our way. It's going to be a 6-minute drive, 2.6 miles from here. Let me see if there's any special instructions. It's just to leave at the door, and we have a gate code. All right, let's get underway. Okay, now we're on the road here and making our way down to the drop-off. And the weather's really nice today. It's been nice every single day, but then that's typical of Vegas. It's always sunny and clear and hot and dry. And that's just the way it is because it's the desert, I guess. Once we get into, once we get into August, it's either this month or next month, we have our monsoon season. And so then they have flash flood warnings. So they're not that major, but when they happen, I just head on home because the streets flood really bad. And it's like, I don't want to deal with, I don't do well with pouring rain. So I just figure, what the heck, why deal with it if I don't have to, especially if it's a rare event. It's not like I live in Seattle where it rains all the time. And the drivers here, they don't know how to handle the rain anyway. They really freak out when it rains. So it's always best to just shut the app off and just head on back home and call it a day. All right, well, just 4 more minutes, 1.6 miles. They were built, I think these houses were built just before the pandemic. I want to say they're built probably in 2018, 2019, something like that. And the coolest thing about these houses Well, number one is that when they built these houses, they come with solar panels. So I think every single house has solar panels on the roof. So that was kind of a neat feature. I remember coming here when they first were developing it, and I just came here for laughs, just to be like curious, like what's it like, and to tour one of the model homes, just for fun, just to see what it was all about. And yeah, and it turned out that they have these features where like there's like little apartments that are built into the homes, which is really cool. They're called next generation homes. So that way you can have like an elderly relative or an older son or daughter live with you, but they would have like their own apartment, but it's still, they're in the same building as you. So it's kind of like a duplex, but it's really just like a 1-bedroom, 1-bath little tiny apartment connected or built into the giant house, because the houses here are so huge. All right, well, we're pulling up here. Let me park it, and then we'll head inside and drop it off. I don't know if you all noticed, but I added a new feature to the video. I'm always doing something new. I added a transparency effect to the navigation, so that way you could watch the apps live while I'm talking, but at the same time the app is semi-transparent, so that way you can actually see through the window of the back seat, and you can just see more. I thought it looked real futuristic. I was like playing with the settings in the video editing program, and I was like, oh, this looks really cool. It reminded me of I don't know if you guys remember the show, was it Cleopatra 3000 or something like that, or whatever. It was an old cult show, and it was like in the future, and I think they would have that kind of technology where it was like a heads-up display, so it almost looks like when you're looking at the apps or the programs, it looks like they're being played like holographically in a Uber Eats, $15.59, 12.6 miles. No, it almost looks like they're holographic when you make them semi-transparent. And I thought, well, that's really cool. And so yeah, I was like, I'm gonna do that, because actually now it doesn't look like the navigation is blocking the view of the window behind me. It now allows you to kind of see, when offers pop up too, but they're not 100% opacity. So that way you can actually see the information, but also see what's going on behind me and not have it 100% blocked. So anyway, I thought that was cool. Okay, we've got another one, and it is from Uber Eats. We're going to be getting $6.88 for 3.6 miles. Let's get on over there. Well, it looks like it's going to be another Starbucks morning. Most of the offers that I'm getting right now have been coffee, and more coffee. And I think that's been about it. I don't think there's really been any other kinds of offers that have been coming in. But this was the first one that came in that looked decent enough for me to do, where I wasn't going to be stuck far away or having a dead mile back. It looked like it was still going to keep me in the zone. So that's pretty much why I was like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and take this one. Because I was sitting at home again I got all the way back home, and I was just sitting there for a while, and I was just chatting with the family about how I guess here in Vegas we broke a record yesterday for the hottest day ever recorded in Vegas, which was 120 degrees. So I don't know, to me it just felt like a really hot day. It didn't feel it didn't feel any different to me, except maybe because we're only in July. It felt like an August day to me. And then, of course, you know, I'm in and out of the air conditioning, so I can't be a real judge on how severe the heat was, because, you know, I'm not really in the heat. I mean, I'm in the air conditioned car and the sun is blasting through the window, but that's not like these poor people. I see them sometimes just walking down the street. And then we got some crazy people in this neighborhood that run around with no shirt on, and they're like running in 120 degree heat, like it's like no big deal, like they're just getting their exercise in, which I think is crazy. These people are gonna have a heart attack. Thank you. That one took a while. It's busy in there. All right, well, we're headed off now to a house 6 minutes from here, 2.3 miles, and it's a leave at the door, and we have a gate code. Let's go. Don't know what the proper etiquette is when you're inside of Starbucks and there's 3 people standing in front of you, but they're working on drinks, but they're not making eye contact with you. It's a very weird situation, because you know that this is their workspace, so you don't want to be pushy. But after I was standing there for a good amount of time and nobody even bothered to acknowledge me, I started to feel like, well, somebody should at least say, oh, are you picking up for somebody? Or, you know, something like, oh, hi, something. But I guess, you know, sometimes they get so caught up in what they're doing that they're just trying to keep the ship afloat. Because you know, must be so hard to keep up with the demand that is happening when it comes to the orders that are flying in at lightning speed, and they've got to just whip these drinks up just as fast as possible. They had all these jugs of milk out on the counter, and they were just, you know, they're trying to make their assembly line process move just as fast as it could. And so I can understand that when you get like that, you get into a groove and human interaction slows you down. So you feel like you're on a high, you're like on a roll, like, yeah, we're a fine, well-oiled machine in this Starbucks. So when a person comes in, you know the person mucks it all up, because the person that's talking to you will throw off your rhythm, your train of thought, and that can really that can really be a bummer. So I understand that, especially coming from a world where I used to be on an assembly line process. I mean, but it was a graphic design assembly line. But it's the same thing. Your mind does not want to be interrupted. You feel good, like you're making so much headway into the day, and you know a person at any moment could muck it all up and they totally slow you down. So I just stood there and just tried to keep my trap shut, and then I saw them putting the bag together finally, because it was just sitting there. I could see it, and I'm like, well, don't make a scene, just just stand there, be patient, the order's coming. And I think they knew I was a driver. Like, I was trying to create that whole aura, like I am a delivery driver aura, which I think they knew. So I think I go there often enough where I think they know that I'm a delivery driver. So it worked out all right, and I finally got it. So all right, 2 more minutes, 0.8 miles. All right. Can you guess where we are? I don't know if you guys recognize where we are. This is probably one of the most frequently visited places that we go to And oh, and then of course we got another offer, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. Let me do my routine here. Why I turn the car around and then I park it right here. All right, let's go deliver. Let's grab this stuff here. Come on, let's go.
Head to your pickup at Starbucks 735S. Green, in a quarter-mile turn right on Rising Star Ranch Road.
Okay, we got another order coming up. It's going to be Starbucks again, and we're getting $10.30 for 4.9 miles, and it's the same Starbucks that we were at before. Let's go down there. I don't think there's a reason for me to rush on getting this pickup. I'm just gonna cruise on down at a safe speed because I know how busy that particular Starbucks is right now. So there's about a 99.9% chance that the order isn't going to be ready when we walk in the door. So there's no reason to there's no reason to step on it. There's absolutely no point at all because it's not going to be ready. Let me put my bags back in position. I got to reset my storage area so that way it is good to go, and we won't I can easily drop my Starbucks stuff back in there and it'll be ready to go again. So yeah, the drop off went just fine. It was just the same old. And if you guys are regulars who watch my videos, you're like, oh, that place again. Yeah, it's just like the same people every morning always order the same things, and every once in a while they'll disappear, but then they'll come right back. Like there's some places that I used to deliver to all the time, and then for whatever reason they just stopped. Maybe they moved away. That's probably what happened. It can't be that they ran out of money. That's not possible. People don't run out of money here in Vegas. That does not happen. Just as I suspected, it was not ready, and boy was it not ready. It has been 20 minutes since we've accepted that order, And I saw that means that I was standing there for at least 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. Something just is coming in. Boy, they must be really busy now. $6.03, 6.3 miles now. So we're gonna be delivering this now to a house. It's leave at the door, and we have a gate code. Let's go. The orders are flying in fast and furious. We haven't even left the Starbucks. And while I was in Starbucks on DoorDash, I got an $8 offer also for Starbucks. And I'm like, no, this order is bigger. This is a $10 one. And I'm not doing any dirty stacking. I sort of retired from dirty stacking. It's too stressful. I was being like thinking, oh, you know, I'm not dealing with that anymore. I'd rather just sit at home than deal with dirty stacking. So yeah. So this was the one that just took a long time, and it's going to be, well, let's see, if it took us 20 minutes to get the order, and it's going to be 6 or 7 minutes to the drop off, that's about 30 minutes. So we're still at $20 an hour, but you know, maybe something will come in on Uber Eats that we can accept that'll be worth our time. But so far, not a thing has come in that even seems to be remotely worth our time. Man, that Starbucks was packed. I feel bad for those ladies that have to do that job. It's so hard. I mean, just the knowledge alone, where you have to learn how to make all the different drinks. I mean, that's one thing. And then the next part of that job, you have to be able to manage all the people and be friendly. And I can see why they usually don't hire men. They hire women because women have a more friendlier tone to their voice when dealing with stress. And I don't think men are. It's more likely that the men are going to be interpreted as being aggressive. So that's probably why it's like that. Why they always hire. Women to do it more so than men. That's what I've noticed. Alright, let's get on in there. It's gonna be the first left, I believe. These are some very fancy houses. I like the style of these. They're very classy. It's gonna be this first left, and I just have to make a U-turn. It's gonna be this house over here on the. It's on our right. Ooh, it's got a fancy front door. I've been here before, I think. All right, let's head on over. Somebody asked a question about where's the best place to work in Vegas to do delivery, and I don't know. I just work in my area, so I just would assume. Oh, something's coming in. $5 for I don't do Chick-fil-A anymore. Oh wait, let's jump over to what Uber's doing. No, $4.07 there. Decline, decline, goodbye, goodbye. Yeah, I don't know. I would say you want to work in places, what? $8 and a penny for 6.3. No, it's too low. I would say you want to work where there's lots of restaurants, but you also have to be where there's a concentration of customers. $8.42, 10.4 miles. No. Yeah, you have to work where there's concentration. So you got to have a lot of customers, a lot of people, and not retirees, but really busy people, people with families and wealthy people. $6.18, $6.18, 8.1 miles. No. And that's what you need. So the busiest areas here, of course, are the Strip, which good luck. You'll get lots of work, but you'll never be able to complete the orders. Then there is the Anthem, which is where I'm at. I'm in Anthem, McDonald Ranch, that type of area. And then there's Summerlin, and those areas should be busy as well. So I think those are the two areas that are the hot places, because they have the concentration, they have the money, and they have the types of people who would use the delivery. And that's pretty much it for Vegas. So you got the Strip, you got Summerlin, and then you got Anthem / McDonald Ranch, Seven Hills area. What's coming in now from Lowe's? $10, 7.3 miles. No, decline. All right, we're still just waiting. The next place we're going to is from our good friends at DoorDash. We'll be getting $7.50 for 3.1 miles, and we're going to be doing a little Dunkin'. Let's go Dunkin'. Yesterday was asking me about showing not just the gross amount of money that I make at the end of the shift, but depreciation and expenses. I'm like, that seems a little excessive, don't you think? I'm like, how on earth would I be doing that? Would you like me to do like the federal tax deduction where they do the 67 cents for every mile you drive? I mean, how do you? I don't even know what on earth could I possibly do? I mean, I think that depends on the person. Like, even if I told you and calculated in the expenses of gas and tire replacement and tune-ups and car washes and depreciation of the car, even if I calculated all that, it's irrelevant, because you don't have the same car that I have. So what's the point? Maybe you have a gas guzzler. Maybe you have an old clunker. It doesn't even make, I don't know. I really don't understand. I mean, you have to basically see how much money I'm making at an hourly rate, how much money I am grossing, and then put it into your situation to see if it makes sense for you. Because maybe you drive a motorcycle, maybe you walk, maybe you ride a bicycle. So all I'm doing is showing you the earnings that I am getting doing this job. That's all. I'm just like, here, this is how much they're putting in the kitty. Hello. Get in there, giant bag. Wow, that's a lot of food they ordered. I'm really surprised at the amount of money they're supposed to tip. Is it more than what they're giving? Well, whatever. We're going to be going to a business, and it's handed to me, and we're supposed to leave it with the receptionist. 4 minutes from here, 1.3 miles. I'm backing my car up, and we're going to be on our way. Let's go. The people in this town, they drive so crazy. This guy was making a left turn where you could only make a right turn, and there was a center divider, so he decided to drive on the wrong side of the road just so he can go the direction he wanted. And there were other cars going that direction on the right side of the road, and they started honking at him, and all kinds of craziness started to ensue. People are so bizarre, I tell you. Well, what are you gonna do, huh? Alright, we're in some type of business place. I hope I go to the right place and the right door. Have I been here before? Let me think. I think I've been to this building before, but not that often. I think there's an entrance on the other side if there's no parking when I make this right turn. Everything is very active right now because so many people have been on vacation that everything is completely out of whack. Let's see, can I park right here? Reserved for goods surgical. God. And this Tesla behind me just decided they were just gonna be tailgating me as I was gonna make that turn. Well, let's go around to the other side, folks. There's no parking on this side. At least I can remember there's another side to park on, so that's something. But yeah, things are real crazy over here right now. Yeah, there's an entrance over here, so we're gonna be fine. It's like everyone decided to park on that side of the building for whatever reason. I'm gonna park in the restaurant only parking spot because the restaurant's closed. They're not gonna care. Let's go. For Pradeep. Okay, great. There you go. Thank you. Have a good one. Okay, it's 9:13 a.m. It's 100 degrees. We've driven 20.5 miles and we're getting 58.4 miles to the gallon currently. And it's been pretty busy, I have to say. We haven't had any big orders in regards to money. We've had, that Dunkin' was heavy, but as far as the tippage has not been so good, so I would say it's about average, and we probably have barely made probably about $30 at this point is my guess. Maybe a little bit more, I don't know. I'm just guessing. And it's busy. Everyone seems to be flooding back to the office. So that means that people are going to need food, especially because their stomachs have been stretched out from the 4th of July holiday. So the grumbling of the stomach is going to be intense. So that tells me all this week we should still get orders to have more food brought to businesses. This is just what I'm guessing, because you know how if you have like a big Thanksgiving meal, the next day or the next few days after, you have to kind of adjust your appetite again because you've gorged on so much food. Your body thinks that's normal, so it's actually started to make room to shove more stuff in its gullet, and that's what causes that desire to just keep on overindulging is the feast, the original feast. So yeah, so more than likely we're going to continue to get more stuff coming in. So that's just that's just what I hope anyway. Something from DoorDash came in. It is $6.50 for 2.4 miles. We're going to be going to Port of Subs. Let's go pick up some sandwiches. I was home a long time this time. I had lunch. I had myself like this goulash that I made with squash and corn and chicken. And I seasoned it with a little bit of barbecue sauce. It was really good. And then for dessert, I had some sliced watermelon and also my granola bar. So it was really delicious. And then I was just lounging, watching my usual TikToks and just waiting for something to come in. And this finally materialized. So I was happy about that. For Clue. Woohoo, a lot of sandwiches. That took a while, but I got it, and now we're gonna go 5 minutes from here, 1.5 miles, and it's a leave at the door. Let's go. Just gotta make this turn. Man, the traffic is getting really busy now. Very busy. Hopefully I'll be able to get out of here before the sun goes down. It just seems like everybody and their mother is going on the road right now. It is 10:23. It's not even lunchtime yet. But everybody's out and about. And I guess they're all out and about just trying to catch up on all the stuff they haven't done because of the long holiday weekend. I guess that has thrown everybody for a loop. Speaking of loops, here we go. We're making a U-turn. Oh, and there was nobody inside of the Port of Subs. And there was just one employee that was working, and this was a large order. It was 4 subs, so it was a lot of sandwich. So it was taking her a while, and she apologized, which is a rare occurrence. I'm like, wow, they're apologizing to me for the long wait. I told her, don't worry about it. It's all good. I'm a very low stress delivery driver, so you got nothing to worry about with me. I'm just cruising along. I got about 30 minutes left in my day, and then that's gonna do it, and then I'm gonna start working on the video. And someone commented that they didn't want any music at all in the video, which I thought was funny. I like having the music though, because it helps to make me feel like I don't have to continuously talk. I can actually take a breath, which is nice. So there's some benefits that it helps, and I think it just helps the video to flow. Just having, not loud. I'm not making the music loud. I'm just kind of just making it so it's like, like almost like the radio is on low or something like that. So it's not obnoxious. Come on, guy, let's go. Why are you going so slow? Gotta move. Man, gas is getting expensive. $4.05 for just regular unleaded. I usually get my gas at Sam's Club, and it's only, I think, $3.54, which is much cheaper than that gas station. That gas station is so expensive. I think I'm gonna stick to just getting my gas at Sam's Club. That's where the best deals are. All right, we're almost there. Whoa, the gate was open. That was awesome. I love that. Man, because it's so hot right now. It's 103 degrees, so it is no fun to step out of the car and press the buttons on a hot metal call box. Sometimes you get burned because the call box is so hot. And I keep a little stick in the car that I use sometimes just to press the buttons on the call box because it's so darn hot. It's just outrageously, I mean, it's dangerous how hot the call boxes get here in the summertime. Well, I'm turning it around. I'm gonna drop it off. I turned off all of the apps and it's not quite 11, but I'm ready. So I'm putting up the numbers so you can see how much money we made, and you can see the hourly rate that we got, as well as the number of miles driven and miles per gallon. And then below you can see acceptance rate, cancellation rate, completion rate, satisfaction rates, and total number of lifetime deliveries. And that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. Once again, another fun and exciting video. And I'll see you again on the next one. Bye for now.